How are we doing, guys? ALTV, Monday Night Football, and it's something a bit different this week. It's me rather than Joe. Apologies for that straight away. The legend himself is unfortunately not available this week. Unfortunately, he's ill. To be honest, he's not been quite well enough to do this. Wish a speedy recovery to Mr. Joe Wainman. An injury crisis is hitting Leeds TV now. It's got to be said. It's a shame. It's hitting Leeds TV. I had my cough last week. Joe's not so good this week. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We need reinforcements. The squad is not big enough. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get on with this week. So just let us know what you think. You know, once again, got your comments live here. You see the comments as they're coming through. What a drama it was on them. I'm just going to slightly change the camera there. Right. So what a drama it was on Saturday. You know what a drama that was. I mean, have you guys got over it yet? Once again, let us know on the sound situation. Any problems with the sound? Let us know. We've got also Mr. Palmer, and Claudio is doing his job as the Calvin Phillips role in effect. He's intercepting the chat, he's making sure things don't get too weird. As Barks has already pointed out, the last time we didn't have Claudio available, the chat got a bit weird, let's say. But if Claudio, if you're there, mate, please can you share it on the social medias as ever. Let's get as many people as possible filming and watching this. So, do we just freeze them for a minute? Just looking inside me here, but looks like we didn't freeze. But anyway, yeah, so last time we didn't have Claudio available, things got messy in the chat. That's not going to happen today. Claudio was a crucial part of this. He is the Calvin Phillips of this, like any live video. So, what are your thoughts then, guys, on Saturday? It was just a complete drama, wasn't it? So let's just have a quick few, a couple of comments from the last video and that lot. So, go first of all to Iqbal Mohammed. This is from Saturday's video. Alien abuse was inevitable. All channels of scapegoat to the lad. Leeds fans don't deserve the great team they have. Alien is Leeds through and through. Support the lad. I have to agree that Alien is getting a bit too much abuse, and I did directly mention that in the video. You know, I think it's a bit harsh. You know, it's just going to make sure this is charging as we're going along. But yeah, it's a difficult one, Aiden, isn't it? As much as I do think he needs to come out of the team, I think he's been well off it pretty much most of the season. I think he's such a crucial part of the dressing room, isn't he, Luke Ayling? You know, you can't say get rid of him. That's what I've seen a couple of comments on, like get rid of Luke Ayling. Just felt frustrating, you know, seeing the abuse he was getting. You know, I think even his wife, you know, tweeted out as well. I think it's subsequently being deleted and that lot, even directly saying, you know, it's getting too far, and it is getting too far. You know, we don't need to bring family into it, get personal. We know Luke Aylin's not playing well, but Luke Aylin's been a fantastic servant for the football club, and that was just my opinion on that anyway. See if we've got any comments as we're going along here. As Barker says, Claudio, like the Calvin Phillips, the crucial cog. He is crucial. He is the glue that holds this channel together, is Claudio. We have to give him credit for that, even if he can be a little bit on the can be a bit annoying from time to time, but he's a great man, isn't he? At the end of the day, is Claudio. One day you will see him. One day you will see him on this channel. We're determined to get him on the video. You know, let's have some encouragement for Claudio on this anyway. So, to my face, bring Wainman back. Only about 2 minutes into that anyway, but no, joking. I know you do just as good a job. Cheers, mate, for that. I won't do though. You know, Joe Wainman is a difficult guy to replace. Let's be honest. At the end of the day. See if we've got any comments there as we're going along. Parker says, just received word. Oscar's gone for a fag, and you'll start shortly. This rumour that's been going around that I smoke, it's been started by Barks as well. I can confirm I don't smoke, I just get a cough really, really easily. A couple of requests for a face reveal from Claudio. But yeah, I mean, just let us know, guys, what you're thinking going into the Swans game. I had a tweet off Mick Zanetti just before I went on. Mick's quite regular on these live chats and that lot, saying that looks like Dan James might start on Wednesday. That's very interesting. You know, Graham Potter, Swansea manager, did sort of. He never said no. He never said yes as such. But it's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, will he start Dan James? I think he will. To be honest, I think Danny, the Smokers Coppers return. I just seen there. I haven't even smoked yet. I mean, sorry, have I even coughed yet? I almost gave it away then. I almost gave the game away. But yeah, Ollie McBurney will start, I think. I think he's a late fitness test, supposedly. Ollie McBurney of Swansea have had their press conference already. Dan James is rumoured to be, quite close to starting. It's interesting though, isn't it? Dan James potentially against Luke Ayling, out of form Luke Ayling. That extra bit of pace. I'm going to mention it in the preview as well, but I think Jamie Shackleton should start on. I'm going to mention it in the preview as well, but I think Jamie Shackleton should start on Wednesday. Keep thinking it's tomorrow, but it's not. It's Wednesday the game. I personally think Jamie Shackleton, for that pure fact that I think he has got that little bit more pace and energy to cope with Dan James. And that's interesting too. And then on the left-hand side, very much debatable. Who will start there? It's Swansea do sort of. It's a bit of a raffle who starts in the Swansea team. They do not half mix up the team a little bit. They don't really have a consistent starting 11, so it's very hard to sort of establish what we're going to expect from Swansea. But just reacting to a couple of things today. Another thing as well that's interesting was that Phil Hay believes that it's Forshaw or Phillips now in that holding midfield position. Interesting one, isn't it? It's an interesting one that he did sort of say at the start of the season that he saw Forshaw was a high 8, a more creative kind of player. I mean, it now seems that he's going to be more of a defensive player. But for me, I actually agree with Bielsa's first sort of feeling that Forshaw was better further up. He probably had his best season at this kind of level with Brentford. Brentford was actually in League One, but he probably had his best moments of his career in that kind of position, a bit further up. It's just so hard to predict what's happening now. Obviously Jack Clark, is he going to be available? Wayne Mason just said Shackleton and Alioski at fullback for me. I'd definitely have to agree with that. Although when Barry Douglas is back available, Barry Douglas goes back in for me. I think Alioski has done well all in all. Certainly going forward, I think he's fine when we have loads of possession of the ball. But games like Middlesbrough that first half, when we were getting a little bit overrun in the midfield, I think you really saw Alioski exposed a little bit for me. That's just my personal opinion. I thought his positional sense wasn't there on Saturday. And to be honest, I haven't really seen a good defensive performance off Alioski since he had that superb game against Derby. But for me, that's more to do with not being able to control games as much and not being able to get us high up the pitch as often. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, and just to mention as well, I just saw a quick mention of Talking Short. Talking Short have got Jamie Shackleton on. I don't think they're going live. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they have got to take Jamie Shackleton on. We're good friends with all the two Bens, Gary, everyone on Talking Short. We are good mates with them. They have got Jamie Shackleton on, which is an absolutely massive coup for them. Make sure you watch out for that. We've done a lot of work with Talking Short. They are probably our best friends in the Leeds media world. Top lads, and they've got an absolute coup there as well. So maybe they might have a bit of news for us on if Jamie Shackleton is going to get more game time. Probably not, but let's wait and see on that. Make sure you check that out. I have to agree. A lot of mentions about Shackleton in the chat so far. DV4, LUFC 77, 123, quite a regular commenter, says that Shackleton deserves a start for Wednesday. Have to agree with that. And it's see comments. Henry LUFC says, "Hi Oscar, 4-2-3-1 on Wednesday. Going to both games this week." Oh, okay, right. So I thought you meant like we're playing Saturday as well then. But yeah, no. But yeah, I think it is going to be 4-2-3-1. There's a lot of talk that we've been playing 4-1-4-1, but for me, I only have to look at like clicks. I'm quite a bit of a nerd on things like this. Not going to lie, very nerdy. But I had a little look at Click's heat map from Saturday compared to when he was playing sort of in December and that lot, and you can see how much deeper Click is playing. That's just a fact. Click is playing a lot deeper, and I think a lot of Sky, not lot, the starting 11 they had down there, there's down as playing 4-1-4-1. I don't agree with that. I think it has turned into 4-2-3-1. I certainly think Click's given that free license, but he's starting a lot deeper now for me. Whether that's working out or not is up for debate. But yeah, I do think we have turned to 4-2-3-1 now, which is much more of a Bielsa formation like it was at Bilbao. Just to make sure we're charging while we're going along. My feeling on that anyway. I do think we are changing to 4-2-3-1. Certainly more and more as the season progresses. It's just debatable who's going to play in that midfield pivot. I've discussed this with Conor as well. We're saying about possibly Phillips and Forshaw, but for me, I just think Phillips and Forshaw want to occupy those spaces too much. They're too similar. to an extent. Of course, I know Phillips is more aggressive with the pass. I think they just want to occupy those same areas, want to drift into the same positions, receive the ball in the same positions as well. I just feel that, you look back to 2 years ago under Gary Monk, when we sort of started to stutter around this stage. I think the big part of that problem then was we didn't have the midfield pivot that we wanted. I think a lot of the time we went for Bridcut and Vieira. That was absolutely solid, like a Phillips and Forshaw partnership would be, but it had very little creativity because both players wanted to get in those same positions, play the same types of passes, and it was very sort of slow, pedestrian to watch, but great off the ball, but slow and pedestrian on the ball. And especially as we have an attacking profile as a team, certainly a lot more attacking than that Monk team. I think you need a more creative midfielder in there in that pivot. For me, it has to be Phillips and Click all day long. Someone's nicked your breakfast, Oscar. Just seeing there, slow, steady Steve. Yeah, actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's very true. The main reason, I'll be honest, guys, is that doing the thingies from the conservatory. I've not really mentioned this, I don't think, but the Wi-Fi is just terrible in the other room where I do. Well, I've got the Philip Howson and Beckford backdrop. I do prefer filming in that room, but the Wi-Fi is just not as good. And I've got the computer right in front of me as well here, so it works out quite well. I hope you guys don't mind it, but I think there's been a bit of love for the conservatory the last couple of days, which is good. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing on Wainman's garage, so absolutely no doubt about it. Let's all check this chart. Yeah, I think that's an interesting one too. Comments there. Scott Lightning says, Aileen is a top lad, loves the club, you can see it when we score, let's get behind him, but yes, Shackleton's a star. That is 100% my view on that issue. 100%. I back Luke Ayling all day long. He's one of my favourite players, on the pitch, off the pitch. He's just such a top guy, and to be fair, last couple of years I've been a big campaigner to an extent in saying that Ayling should be captain, or should at least be vice captain, because he's always impressed me when he has sort of filled in as a captain and that lot. I think he is a leader of the team. I think he's really matures a lot at Leeds and that lot. Because there's a lot of talk about sort of his private life before he came to Leeds and that lot, that he was a bit on the immature side, but I've not seen that at all from Luke Ayling. I have to say, he's just such a top guy, isn't he? Let's be honest. A couple of comments saying, bring Joe back with the neck. Barker says it's a shaky start from Oscar. He's definitely the Ayling of all Leeds TV. I need that protection from Claudio. Claudio, help me out here, mate. Help me out. Something a little, but as Wayne Mace also says, personal abuse to any player is wrong. He knows himself he isn't on form, but he doesn't select the team, and he'll always give his best. Again, absolutely spot on. I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to see again, absolutely spot on. I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to see absolutely everyone is behind Ayling on this channel. Whether it's me, Conor, or Joe, we might get frustrated by the performances, and you guys are clearly behind Ayling as well. Tash, Claudio too. We're all behind him. I back him massively to come back into form. I just think he needs that rest. I think he just needs that rest. I think he might have been put in a bit too quickly. I think he just needs that rest. I think he might have been put in a bit too quickly. A couple of mentions about the cereal box now. But yeah, I mean, I just back him. Yeah, I do. I really do want him to come back into form. He deserves to have this, this moment at Leeds. He's been through it for the good, the bad, and he's always given 100%. I really do like him, to be honest, and has comfortably been built one of the best right backs at this club for some years for me. Probably since, I think the only real contenders I could say who probably could even possibly get near to Ayling the last couple of years is probably Berardi. I love Berra as well. Berra's been top class for us too. And probably Sam Byron. I can't really think of anyone at right back who's impressed me more since the drop, to be honest, or since Gary Kelly specifically. I've seen a good comment there on Vieira just flashed through, which I like the look of. Only sort of quick glance of it. Sorry, scrolling through here, guys. Derek Burgess, Barry Douglas is crap, a shadow of the man who played last season, 0 goals, 0 contribution. Alioski is better at left back, never thought idea. I I disagree, to be honest. I disagree. He's been in poor form recently versus Barry Douglas, but I still think he's contributed a lot to this team. I think he's playing in a completely different position to what he was at Wolves. Yeah, I think he's less able to attack as he was at Wolves. You know, at Wolves he's more of a left wing back, so he's automatically picking up the ball higher up the pitch, which automatically is probably getting more goals than that lot. So yeah, from that point of view, I think in terms of creativity, I can't be too critical of Barry Douglas. And defensively, I don't think Barry Douglas has done a whole lot wrong. You know, of course, that third goal against Norwich was atrocious. That goal against Hull. Other than that, I can't really criticise Barry Douglas too much. You know, I think he's a player out of form, but you still see from him, he's still got that assist the other day. You know, quality balls to the box. He's got that quality about him. You know, for me, I disagree with that. You know, I think Barry Douglas is the one that I think took a lot of stick. You know, I think in comparison to other players you look at and you think their contribution all season's been poor. I don't understand why Barry Douglas is getting a lot of stick. That's just my personal opinion on that. You know, I think he's a top player. We've got a fantastic value for Barry Douglas as well. You know, and there's a lot of hate for Claudio now as well going to Barkers. Come on, lads, leave the lad alone. But yeah, it's Claudio is worse than Felix according to Tiger Steel. He's less annoying than Felix is less annoying than Claudio. I have to say that much. But yeah, I can't agree with that. You know, I do really like Barry Douglas, and I do back him to come back into form. I think towards the end of the season, that link up between Douglas and Phillips is absolutely critical for us. You know, I think it certainly was at the start of the season in terms of playing out the back, putting that intensity. I think he's just so crucial. He loves to attack and assist. He loves that little pass inside. He's a brilliant player for me. He's just out of form at the minute. The problem is the comments. It just automatically goes straight back to the bottom. Even when I find a good one, or one I want to read out, it just goes straight back to the bottom in that lot. Okay, the Dan Dobb 1982 with Dyer, Routledge, James, McBurney and Selena. Swansea will always be dangerous. Matt Grimes not so much. Yeah, I mean Matt Grimes is still playing at championship level and that lot. I put this computer a little bit too far away. I'm just going to move it forward a bit. But yeah, Matt Grimes is. You know, it's wow. That was one hell of a disaster, wasn't it? Matt Grimes at Leeds. When he played that game as QPR, possibly one of the poorest centre midfield performances that I've ever seen in my life. And then he played a couple of cup games, took one of the worst penalties I've ever seen in my life. It was just a disaster of a signing. Yeah, I'd probably say Lewis Baker was a disaster of a signing. Yeah, I'd probably say Lewis Baker was probably a more successful signing than Matt Grimes. That probably sums it all up for me. But yeah, you have to say Dyer, Routledge, James, McBurney, Selena. That's a real threatening attack. You know, certainly Selena, you can score from anywhere. He scored an absolute wonder goal against us for Ipswich last season. Routledge, dangerous player in his day. James, we know all about. McBurney really caused us problems last season. One of the best centre forward performances I've seen all season. His performance at home against us, at Swansea even. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, I think there is threat there, definitely. I can't find it now. It's really annoying me now because I really wanted to talk about this subject. It was asking along the lines of how I think Ronaldo Vieira would have done. Here we go. Okay. Matthew Smith. Vieira was doing poor in Italy. Such a shame to see him doing so badly. Imagine how good he would have been under Bielsa. Oh, and did you guys see Hadi's goal? Absolute thunder bastard. But yeah, I start with Vieira. Yeah, I think it never quite looked right in pre-season with Ronaldo Vieira. You know, I do really like. I think we've had around the place. You know, I met him once or twice, but such a top guy. And yeah, I really want to see him do well in Italy. I think Bielsa wants to keep him. You know, he made that clear in the press conference. I don't think he'd necessarily be a starter straight away under Bielsa, but you certainly look at situations when we had Adam Forshaw playing that holding midfield role. Imagine if we'd have had Forshaw playing that holding midfield role. Imagine if we'd have had Vieira available instead. We could have played Forshaw further up. I don't think we would have felt hit at all. I think defensively we would have still been solid. You could have even played Phillips and Vieira in the midfield two together and just let Phillips have a bit more license to go forward. I think it is still a shame we lost Vieira. I have to say, I still think it's a shame. You know, I know it's not happening for him in Italy, but he's gone to a top team in Italy, Sampdoria. He's replaced Lucas Torreira at Arsenal, probably one of the best holding midfielders in the Premier League for me. Absolutely top player. So there's a lot of pressure on Vieira. I won't read too much into his form. He's a top player. So there's a lot of pressure on Vieira. I won't read too much into his form at the minute. I don't think he's played enough minutes to sort of criticise. That's just my personal opinion on that. But I think really it's a shame that he's not been able to work more into Bielsa. I think it was a case of finding his best position. I never felt he was going to be starting the season with us, even if we had kept him. I remember his... I'm not sure if the stream's buffering a lot, guys, or not. It does seem to be. Let us know if it's running well or not. It seems... I'm just watching it in the corner of my eye here. It just seems to be buffering a little bit. But, I don't think he'd have been starting the season. Definitely don't think he'd have been starting. I think his last couple of performances in pre-season weren't great. But I think as the season progressed, as he get more used to the football, I think it would have worked really well. That's just my personal view on that. I think Bielsa likes to play like that, a little bit of aggression in that lot. So we've got a starting 11 here. LUFC Dave, my Leeds 11 versus Swansea. Casilla, Shackleton, Janssen, Cooper, Davis, Phillips, bracket Yorkshire Pirlo, Click, Harrison, Roof, Alioski, Bamford. Okay, so an interesting one there of Davis at left back. It's an interesting shout. I did look at like a other left back options, and Davis is probably the only one we have available at the minute. Just trying to work out who's been dropped there from the starting 11 off the top of my head. Harrison. So Clark obviously isn't available. Hernandez not coming back in. So it'd be Harrison on the right, Roof through the middle, Alioski on the left, Bamford up top. Interesting one. I have to say it's an interesting one. I think Alioski is better at left wing. My personal opinion. I do think he's better on that left hand side than he is at left back. But for me, I wouldn't drop Pablo. I'd like to see it, but I'd agree. I'd like to see Pablo, Roof, Alioski. Probably Pablo for Jack Harrison. That's a personal opinion. I just don't think Jack Harrison's doing enough. I'm not as convinced by Jack Harrison on the right hand side either. I think he's better on the left. I think we saw that a little bit against Borough, where he's sort of just starting to try to run at Ryan Shotton and that lot. And he created a lot of space as well. But yeah, so there's a little bit of talk about McBurney being injured. Arjun Layal there saying McBurney is injured. Yeah, but apparently he might be ready to play against us on Wednesday. He didn't play against Millwall on Saturday, as far as I'm aware. He wasn't involved in that game. But I think if he's even remotely has a chance of being fit, I think they're going to play him. That's just my personal view on that. And I think Dan James will play as well. Any other comments? Barkers has just gone straight in there saying, for me, it's a shame McBurney is injured. Would love Janssen to have broken his legs. A bit OTT that one, mate. And Lewis has said it, we're so much better playing direct free at the back. Now that's an interesting point. That I don't think we've seen that free at the back as much as probably what would have expected at the start of the season. Bielsa's trademark formation of a 3-3-1-3. We haven't seen that as much, and I do think at times we have looked better in the back three. We've had Janssen, Phillips, Cooper, sort of keeping that ball and sort of building out the back really well. And Phillips playing that a little bit deeper. The other debate about that is do you play Click or Forshaw further back, or do you play Click advance, etc. But it has worked from time to time, that system. I don't think we've got the front three for it. I don't think we've got the pace up top to make it work. The quick transitions and that lot. I love Pablo, but I think Pablo on the right side wouldn't work as well in the front three. That's my opinion. Barks is now saying over the top, not a chance, not at all, Oscar. So air rifle to the face would be over the top. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I love you really, Barkers. We are best buddies in terms of Twitter and that lot. Slow, Steady Steve has said. Start with Stephen Darcy actually. McBurney not injured, he's just shitting himself after his tweet about James on deadline day. As Slow Steady Steve then agrees with, so he's spot on Stephen. But yeah, I mean, that's interesting, isn't it? McBurney, that tweet on deadline day and that lot. And yeah, I do really rate McBurney, to be honest. I do massively rate him. I think if you gave me Ollie McBurney, he'd start for me in this Leeds team. To be honest, I think he's got a real good attributes. I think he's got the perfect combination of sort of a Roof and Bamford kind of player. He's got that athletic ability, but he's got a little bit of pace as well, strength, and I just think he's a top player. I think he's a better team, a more creative team. I think he'd get even more goals. You know, he had a hell of a goal scoring record for Barnsley that season, even though he played on the wing, and he's done really well for Swansea as well. Just got off by Jack Dewhurst. Which has been your favourite game this season, Oscar? For me, Villa away. You know, I think it's either be Villa away or Stoke at home for me. I think that Stoke first half was like nothing I've ever seen before for years. For years, I'd say. Yeah, that Stoke at home game. It could have been 4 or 5 up at half time quite easily. But the Villa game, for the all round, the fight back, the way we played, you know, the way Villa were playing at the time as well. In fact, we went 2 down, we had players out, we had Lee Davis at left back, you know, both our main left backs were out of the game. Everything went wrong for us on that day, but we still played unbelievably well. How we went 2 down in that game, I don't know, but we played so well. I think we could have won that game 5-2, to be honest, on the day. I thought we absolutely hounded Villa all. Throughout the match, I thought we dominated Villa in that particular game. But yeah, we got that last minute goal. I thought that was probably my favourite game this season. There's been so many good games. But yeah, seen a couple of rumours about Conor as well, being suspended and that lot. He just, to be fair, you know, I spoke to Conor about it. I thought the video was fine. I think you guys felt the video was fine, but you know, I think he did try and do the live stream as well yesterday. We've just had issues on the uploading side of things, guys. There's nothing sinister at all going on, guys. We're gonna quash that rumour as such. But yeah, there's nothing sinister going on at all. You know, I think Conor did do his live stream yesterday. In fact, I know he did his live stream yesterday because I was listening to it. It just didn't upload and that. Look, we have been having issues uploading, not going to lie. I think the player ratings went up a little bit later than they wanted to because it just took about an hour and a half to load and that lot, which is a bit frustrating. So don't panic, guys. We are fully functioning in that lot. The 3 amigos are fully functioning in that lot. So, any other comments? Jack Dewhurst, the atmosphere is amazing at home. Always is at the start of the season, though it's the way it goes. Yeah, I remember that Stoke game in particular. The atmosphere was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it was from the first 20 minutes before the game. It was just unreal, wasn't it? The atmosphere, absolutely unreal. I mean, just everyone was up for it. You know, Bielsa's first game. It's like, I'll never forget that. To be honest with you, honestly, the whole way we played that day. You know, when Tommins played in that lot, getting a bit of stick was Tommins that day. To be fair, Barry Douglas pretty much pocketing him. I just remember it was just a superb performance that day. That was definitely been the best home game for me. Definitely the best home game. I mean, Blackburn probably being near second. You know, just for the way we fought back in the game. Slow Steady Steve has said, is Joe hungover for his birthday? As far as I'm aware, the hangover was Sunday, rather than, I think his birthday was, I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday now. But if you didn't know, make sure you check out Joe's Sky review as well. Joe, I've done a couple throughout the season, but Joe covered on Sky did a superb job. Make sure you check that out on the EFL Goal Show. Ollie should have made another appearance on that. Joe, just after the game, gave his thoughts on it. And yeah, we were all absolutely buzzing, weren't we, after Saturday. I think a big thing as well, you look at 2 big moments in the season, that Aston Villa game, the 3-3 against Sheffield United, Saturday against Borough. You know, 2 big goals in the season, just massive goals. You know, it would completely change the whole complexion. Sheffield United won that game and we got beat. It would change the whole complexion. To be honest, I watched that Sheffield United game. Sheffield United should have been winning that game comfortably, the way they played. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Langdale2266. Hi Oscar, Player of the Year event is sold out after the Villa game. Do you think they will arrange to have another one as things will still be concluded at that point? I think they have quite a couple of different Player of the Year events. I know the supporters do have a Supporters Player of the Year. I think there's another one for one of the other supporters branches too. There probably will be another one as well, I think, because I know the supporters club do always like to do like a Supporters Player of the Year in that lot. I'm trying to think who won it last year. I think it probably was Pablo who won it last year. I think Pablo won every single Player of the Year award last year. But yeah, I think there will be other ones, but not official ones. I think, to be honest, I think there will only be one official one after that Villa game. I think that timing's bizarre though. We always tend to do that before the last game. I think it could still all be to play for by then as well. I remember the most bizarrely timed one was the was the one we went up in 2010. They did the promotion. Obviously, we went up in the afternoon, and had the Player of the Year awards dinner about 4 hours later. If we had not gone up that day and then doing the awards dinner afterwards, oh my word, that would have been just so Leeds, wouldn't it? But yeah, I remember that really well. Zero Cool says, has Harrison got a hold on Bielsa? He seems to be picked every game, and he plays crap. I have to agree on that. Although I think Jack Harrison's probably our only option on that left-hand side on Wednesday, with Clarkey being out possibly, and Izzy Brown probably not being ready to play. I think he's probably our only option on Wednesday, to be honest. But I'm not being happy with Jack Harrison at all this season. Yeah, I think he just hasn't performed at all. I think he's one of only very few players who just isn't offering anything to this team. I don't think he's working hard enough. I don't think he's pressing well enough. I just don't think it's happening for him. Slow City Steve says probably Pep has told him to. That there is a lot in that. There is a lot in that sort of the parent clubs, especially Premier League clubs like City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool. That they need their loan players to play a certain amount of games. I'd really like to think that isn't the case. But suspicions do arise. You see Jack Harrison constantly getting games in this team. I just don't see what he offers. I don't think anyone sees what he offers. I just don't think we get enough off him. He's had the odd good game. He's had the odd good run of form. But at the end of the day, I think it's 2 goals, 1 assist in half a season. That's not great. We need more than that. And he's not really played particularly well either. So LUFC Dave is going for a 4-1. Oscar Barker's Dave and Marshall scoring for Leeds, and the Swansea City head coach Graham Potter pulled the goal back in injury time and went missing. I have to say, we had a real superb performance in the middle of the park of Claudio too. But yeah, Oscar and Barker's up top caused absolute havoc with that Swansea defence. But yeah, I think we contributed more than Harrison that day. That's all I'm going to say as well. As Barker says, LUFC Dave scores a 59-yard Rabona. Spen, how many points do you reckon we'll finish on, mate? Now, actually, again, nerdy Oscar again kicks in too. I've done, if you Google Championship Table Predictor, I've had a little look at it, and I can't remember what came up. I think it might be on ESPN or something like that. It came up with like a graphic where you could predict the scores and that lot, and I just did it, between now and the end of the season. Didn't pay any attention to the table, just put in literally what my gut feeling was. I think it came out about 87 points. I won't see what the rest finished on, because I'm not going to jinx anything, but it's going to be really tight. That's all I'm going to say. It depends entirely on that Leeds West Brom game for me. I think it's going to be 1-2 points in it at the most. For me, I feel West Brom are the biggest contenders, in terms of behind us. I think Sheffield United contenders as well. You certainly have to say they are contenders. The way they've been playing. You've got Billy Sharp up front, who's been absolutely unbelievable, possibly one of the Championship players of the season, if not the Championship player of the season. But I think West Brom, you look at they've sorted themselves out of the back. Mason Holgate looks like a really good signing for them at right back. He's had some really good games for him. They also look at the centre backs, Dawson, Higazi, Bartley on the bench, but he's ready to step in if necessary. He's a decent player to have an option off the bench. Left back Kieran Gibbs, he's a top player. He's playing for Arsenal 4 or 5 years ago, regular at Arsenal. The holding midfielders, you look at Stefan Johansson. For me, Stefan Johansson is all round the best centre midfielder in the league. I absolutely love watching him play. He's an absolutely superb player. He's aggressive, he's tenacious, he's great on the ball, he can score goals, he's good at passing. He's an all-round midfielder for me. I think he is, for me, the best midfielder in the league. I think that's a really good signing for West Brom. As much as I hate to say it, I think it gives them that control in the middle of the park that they haven't had all season. They've been very sort of up and down. They've either won games 4-0 or they've lost games 2 or 3-0. At the start of the season, they've been very sort of up and down. I think Johansson gives that extra bit of control. Someone can put the foot on the ball and control football matches. I think that's what they needed. Look at that Stoke game away from home. They controlled that game really well for me. It was a really professional performance. I have to concede that. I thought it was a really professional performance, and for me, it's going to be so close between us and them. And then you've got the front two: Gail Rodriguez, Phillips, Jacob Murphy on the left-hand side, or Jefferson Montero. There are so many options there. It's a scary proposition they have in terms of starting 11 and that lot. Barker's kind of an official odds on an Oscar straight red card, please. You're a disciplined midfielder. I'm a disciplined midfielder, mate. And, very few yellow cards, very few. Very sort of yeah, that's like saying disciplined. You know, there's no sort of there is a bit of aggression to the game, but nothing too over the top. You know, nothing too untoward. So yeah, no red cards for me. But that man Claudio is an absolute hatchet man. He'll be getting the odd red card and that lot. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick little look actually and try to see what I can suggest on that app thing. I want to give you the right suggestion. I'm trying to think what it was actually. Championship table predictions. Just going to give you the actual website. If you guys want to give it a go, let us know in the comments down below what you came out at. But yeah, it's actually on worldfootball.net. Championship table calculator. Very interesting when you do that. What comes out? You know, it's obviously it's a bit misleading that. Look, I had Norwich coming out at the top. But yeah, I had the top four. I'm not going to say any order to it at all. You know, I'm not going to jinx anything. But I had the top four of Sheffield United, Leeds, and West Brom in no particular order. You know, there was a big gap between them and Bristol City. I think Bristol, for me, the top six will be what the top six is now for me. I think the biggest, most debatable one is Borough or Derby. You know, in that final spot. I think Bristol City have played unbelievably well since we beat them. You know, we know we don't like Bristol City because of Spygate. I don't like Bristol City because of Spygate. You know, I can't believe the comments they came out with. I mean, getting criticism for it. It's absolutely fucking unbelievable, to be honest. But there you go, nothing surprising me. But yeah, I think they're playing really well, to be fair. Got a nice little balance, but I think it's between Borough and Derby. You know, I think both are very inconsistent. You know, I think what we saw with Derby this season looked absolutely terrible, but they are better than what I think we've seen off them as well. But yeah, I think Borough just got that extra bit of quality at the back. That spine's pretty strong as well. Randolph, extra bit of quality at the back. That spine's pretty strong as well. Randolph, Flint. Then you're looking at people like Bezic, Mikel, Austin Belonga, Hugill. It's a good spine, that, to be fair. They've got like a little bit of extra experience. I fancy them to just about hit Derby in that sixth place. But I think for me, the top six now is what the top six will finish as. I think Bristol City probably around fifth, but that's just my personal opinion on that anyway. Make sure you let us know as the comments go along what your feelings are on that as well. Barker says, I think 85 will be enough this year. I think that as well. You know, I think maybe the prediction said one thing, but realistically, you look at the situation now, you know, obviously just get the table up as I'm talking. So getting exactly what I'm talking about. I know we're on 58 points from 31 games. Yes, 58 from 31 for us. Sheffield United 55-31. West Brom 53-30. So you're looking at, I think for me, in that region of 85 to 88, 89 points for me will be enough for the top two. And you look at where we are now, it's probably about 9 or 10 wins we need, alright? Maybe 8 to 9 wins and a couple of draws. And it could be all in our hands then. Big ask from 15 games, but I think it's doable for us. You know, I really do. You know, I think if we sort out certain aspects of the team, you know, get a bit more consistency to our performances. Start games stronger. That's all we need to do. Just start games. Get a bit more consistency to our performances. Start games stronger. That's all we need to do. Just start games a little bit stronger. And stop conceding that first goal and just give ourselves a chance of winning games. That's the frustrating thing. You know, Borough game, we started awfully again, that Borough game. And then Rotherham as well, we started poorly. Just start the games a little bit stronger, like we did at the start of the season. And I think we've got a massive, massive chance for me. You know, but can we do that? That's debatable, to be honest, isn't it? That is debatable. We have to be honest with that. But yeah. Let's see any other comments that are going along. As Paul Williams says, 30 points needed for second, 88 points, which is about roughly 10 wins, or nine wins and a couple of draws. But yeah, it's just going to be so tight, isn't it? We all know it's going to be really, really tight in that lot. Okay, so the Smiths, Elvis, Oscar, do you believe, like Conor, that the 49ers will be taking over, and if we don't go up, the Els will stay? For me, I'd imagine in time that is probably, if Rajazani used to sell the club, I'd have thought the 49ers will probably be one of the strong favourites to get it. That's just my personal opinion. You know, obviously got that 10% stake. I just think that is probably the case. Bielsa, if we don't go up, will he stay? I'd probably say no, if I'm being honest. I'd probably be 60-40 towards no on that. Yeah, you'd have to say, why would he stay? Why would he stay if we don't go up this season? It's a big opportunity for us this season. Why is next season going to be any better? That's the way I'd probably look at it. But I think Bielsa is very loyal. If he likes what he sees, he'll stay loyal to the club. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't see progress, I think we've got a problem there as well. I think we have got a problem. That is a slight worry of mine. It's as much for me about enjoying Bielsa whilst we have Bielsa. It's absolutely unbelievable. Having someone like that managing this football club compared to the managers we have had over the last, since Simon Grayson. Really, we've had some really, really, pretty much entirely poor managers. Probably maybe Redfern and Monk aside, I think it's been pretty much terrible managers every single season. To be honest with you, I'd probably Brian McDermott as well. I'd probably put in a different bracket too. But it's, no one compared to Bielsa. We just had no one compared to Bielsa. Henry LUFC, opinion on Kiko. Too early for me to. It's just a little bit too early for Kiko. To give a proper opinion on that. I think he's done okay. Slight concern about crosses, how he's dealing with crosses, but I think he's still getting used to the physicality of the league a little bit. His shot stopping seems fine. His distribution seems fine, which is a massive boost on. I think Bailey pick up fouls. It's fair to say I think Bailey pick up fouls. Two biggest weaknesses were probably maybe not so much shot stopping, but I think certainly distribution. I think was a big weakness of his. But I think maybe on the crosses, I think he could be a little bit more decisive. But I think he's done okay so far. Conceded quite a few goals, but I don't think he's really had a chance of any of them. To be honest, that's just my personal opinion. Barks is now asking, have I booked a table for Nando's on the 14th? Barkers, man. Claudio has said, Bielsa will say, just an awkward silence then now. That has made it awkward now, hasn't it, Barkers? No, he's a great guy. He's a great man, this Barkers. Bielsa will stay, I don't know. I'd take it as a no, disappointing. Possibly, potentially, I'll say, is to Barkers there. Bielsa will say, I don't know, it's a project. And when he was on about Baker, he said he would like to have him next season. God, I can't get the words out at the minute. Barks has just stunned me that much. Is this Tinder? Seeing one of the comments say, I'm trying to take this away now. Claudio, where is the protection here, mate? He needs to be doing that Calvin Phillips role. This chat is getting a little bit on the. We're not getting anywhere near last week, but we're getting a bit borderline. But yeah. It's tough, isn't it? Now it'd be able to be, but I'd be 60-40 against it. To be honest, I don't think he would. That's just my personal opinion. But it just depends how the season pans out, really. If we completely utterly bottle it, then probably not. If we just about miss out and then just about miss out in the playoffs, then maybe we do keep him up and that lot. But yeah, so maybe we do keep Bielsa. Phillips, Pontus, Roof and Clark will also go if we don't go up. That is a problem as well. The effects, the domino effects if we don't go up. It's worrying. That is a worry. We saw that with the Monk season. We saw Monk go. Bartley we didn't re-sign. Taylor we lost. Wood we lost. Bridcut, Green we lost as well. That is a worry. That it has to be a worry. That I'm afraid. I don't want to take the we're all enjoying the season at the minute, but that is something sort of in the back of my mind at the minute. That's just a personal opinion on that. Barker's Claudio is being disappointed in all stream. No authority. Let that Dave get away with murder. He needs to step up a bit for me, Claudio. It's two poor performances in two streams for me. He was poor in that Norwich stream. No protection at all. Just completely undisciplined. Just left me to cope with the comments. But no, he'll be back on form. I, 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 1 Slow Steady Steve. I was wondering when this was going to come in. Bamford is after him after a 3 rating for Saturday. I honestly don't think I was that harsh with a 3. I honestly don't think I was that harsh. You know, it's I really do like Patrick Bamford, but I just felt he didn't quite look on it for me on Saturday. I just didn't think he quite looked on it for me. He had a couple of chances, had that open goal, a couple of chances where he put through on goal by Pablo, and he just wasn't quite quick enough. Wasn't quite sharp enough for me. Yeah, maybe a 4 probably would be a more reasonable rating, but for me, he just didn't have a good game at all. That's just my personal opinion. I do really like Patrick Bamford. I was starting 100% against Swansea again. I wouldn't drop him or anything like that. But yeah, no, absolutely not. All Things Leeds has joined us as well. He's just got back from helping out with the Talking Shop podcast. It's a good one. I can imagine it's going to be an absolute belter with Jamie Shackleton on there and a couple of the guests they have got coming in the next couple of weeks. Again, All Things Leeds, another channel we are very close to. Ed, absolutely top guy. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check them out. Regular comments are on this. Absolutely top guy. We've got to love him with all the anyone who's involved in the media at Leeds. It's not an easy job, has to be said. It's not easy at times, guys. You have to be honest, but we do love doing it. You know, it is tough at times, but so I've got respect for absolutely anyone on the Leeds media side of things, and I will always promote anyone else involved in Leeds media too. So looking forward to seeing that Talking Short too. I've seen a couple of comments about Adi Sacco today. I believe he scored this belter. I'm going to have to see it. I might even Google it as we're talking. And any other comments as well. And Ed does quite a few live streams too. I'm just going to point out as well. As Henry LUFC says, he does do quite a lot of streams each week. So Langdale 2266. Do you think the West Brom game will be the best atmosphere at Ellen Road this season? It's going to be tense. Yeah, I think it is. I remember the Leeds Brighton game about 2 years ago when we were still in with a chance of automatic promotion. Oh my word! When we were still in with a chance of automatic promotion, that was an absolutely incredible atmosphere. Absolutely incredible atmosphere that day. Yeah, I'll never forget that Chris Wood stupid header when that went in. The South Stand, I'd say, the guy when he fell down about 6 or 7 rows, he was okay. Yeah, I'm not going to laugh. And if you watch him, mate, you're an absolute legend when I saw that. In fact, if you do get a chance tonight, just if you want happy memories and that lot, and to get yourself psyched up for the season, Google Leeds 2 Brighton 0 and watch the South Stand, just to the left of the goal. The guy falls down about 6 or 7 rows. He was okay, as far as I'm aware. Afterwards, it was absolute limbs that day, that has to be said. It was absolutely unbelievable. And then the Wood penalty as well. A couple of absolute wonder saves off Rob Green, but that was a tense night. That first half was tense. You know, it was a real sort of even-Steven game. And I really believed after that game we were going to do it. I really did believe we were going to do that day, but fucking hell, we bottled it after that. How we bottled it after that, I don't know. It was one of the best Leeds home performances I've seen in years, that, but we bottled it afterwards, but never mind. We'll move on from that. Any other comments? Robert Dunlop, Oscar, you were hard on Bamford, more like a 5. Gets in a position, so just needs the finishing. It will come. I agree with that. I do think it will come. I do think he's a top finisher. I think he's a natural finisher. You know, it's a real cliche that, but I think he is a natural finisher. He's going to get goals for us between now and the running, and that is really important as well. All Things Leeds was talk that they were going to be doing a special podcast once a month at Legend Launch in Ellen Road. Victor Orta a possibility. Hopefully that is the case. It's I've spoken to the guys quite a lot. They've got some absolutely superb guests. So that's some absolutely superb guests on, including the very own All These TV as well. But yeah, it's going from All These TV to Jamie Shackleton in 2 weeks it's a massive upgrade, isn't it? Let's be honest. But yeah, that's absolutely huge for the guys, and it's absolutely superb to see him doing brilliantly well. Henry LUFC, something I agree with here, something I agree with very much so. Norwich to drop points against Preston. Absolutely, I think that is going to happen. I think Preston are playing really, really well at the minute. Really well. think they've started to get a bit of form back. They made a couple of good signings. Remember that Brad Potts has come in as well. I think they're Preston are going to have a little bit of a late run up the table. Not playoffs or anything like that, but I think they are going to take points off Norwich. I feel that's coming. But I still think Norwich are going to win the league. I'm sorry, guys. I still think Norwich are going to win the league. The form they've been in since we beat them in August is unbelievable. They've got that Wolves feeling about them last season. Yeah, I just feel that's the case. I hope I'm wrong. But I've got nothing against Norwich, to be honest. I've got some, the fans of Norwich. We've had guys that talk Norwich City on. Jack and Chris Reeve, two top guys, absolutely superb. Real examples to the rest of the fan channels in this championship and that lot. They've been around the longest by far the most supported. Norwich City Central as well have been quite regular commenters on here as well. I've got absolutely nothing against Norwich fans. I do like Norwich, what they're trying to build this season, but I feel they are going to win the league this season. That's just my personal opinion on that. Let's see our other comments as we're going along. It's just when you think there are people coming back from injury, Joe hits the treatment room at the worst possible time when we need Joe Wainman in a tough run in. He is injured at the minute. He is injured. But now he'll be back. He'll be back in form. He'll be at that Swansea game, and he'll be absolutely rowing the lads on. Because he's just an absolutely mad ultra at games and that lot. Any other comments? Interesting one off Barker's actually. Would you lads ever consider interviewing ex-players? It's been something we did certainly at the start of the season. I know got contact to quite a lot of the ex-players, and we do try and introduce that to the channel, a bit of variety in that lot. But yeah, you can expect to be seeing a couple of videos like that over the next couple of weeks or so. I can't say too much, but we have got some exciting things lined up potentially, or hopefully some exciting things lined up. But yeah, that's definitely something we're looking to do, as Claudio has already said as well. Lewis has said, not sure if you know, but Harrison has to play 45 minutes if fully fit. It's in the contract. That is interesting. That is an interesting one. I can't comment too much on that, but yeah, that would be interesting. Steady Steve. Everyone's going in on Wainman today. Joe has borrowed Biel's a bucket to throw up in the birthday boy is a lightweight. I tell you what, he's one of the funniest pissed people I've ever seen. When Joe gets pissed, he's hilarious. To be fair, but yeah, he's a top lad. This Joe. I can confirm it's nothing to do with his birthday and that lot. He is genuinely ill. He has genuinely had to have the day off work, so he couldn't join this week. He hasn't just binned you guys off. That's all I'm going to say. He's not binned you guys off. Barker says you're in denial if you think Norwich aren't winning the league. I'm afraid I have to agree with that. Definitely. I saw them against Ipswich. They didn't play especially well yesterday against Ipswich. They were just clinical. They were clinical. Yeah, they were absolutely clinical that day. Yesterday even. They probably could have drawn the game on a different day, but Pookie, 2 chances, 2 goals. That's all I can say. Right, any other comments? Doran Tour, Nottingham Forest vlogger, absolutely top guy. Make sure you check him out as well. I do like watching match day vlogs of the teams as well. I do find them interesting to watch. He does every week. He does Forest home and away. Make sure you check him out. He says, "Hey dude, that point against Borough will be massive, and you will win the league." I can't thank you so much for that, mate. And to be fair, Forest as well. Martin O'Neill, I think, just taken over too. A couple of new signings. Wagyu from Watford, good centre back, got a goal as well. They got a good win themselves. So possibly Forest are making a late charge up there. I don't think there's been a lot of mention about sort of Forest and Villas and that. There's a lot of big teams there who are outside the playoffs at the minute, and there's a lot of teams that are underachieving this season. I think for me, Forest and Villa, with what they've built, squad-wise, I think they've built some. The attacks both teams have got. The attacking options Forest have got. People like Lewis Graben. It's unbelievable, really. I know they're scoring a lot of goals, just not doing so well at the other end and that lot. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Maybe they're going to make a late push as well. All things Leeds, didn't they? You had Fellaini living with you, Oscar. It was a good shout, that, mate. To be fair, it's a good shout, that one. Any other comments? Again, Ed says as well, from all things Leeds. Jokes from the North East, just remember, party animal and Imagine. Under the Bristol City home game, I think it was Bristol City at home. I sort of met him before the game. He was pissed before the game even started, and then. But yeah, he's an absolute legend. This Joe, he's a legend. We all love Joe. He is the main man on this channel. I thought Joe can't handle his drink. Joe's gonna have to do a video tomorrow to defend himself. Proof that he was ill, and that lad's everyone's just going in on Wainman now. I've seen a comment about Norwich City slagging us off after the game. I don't think. I think I know what you talked about, but it wasn't ourselves that slagged off. We've got immense respect for each other. Absolutely. Chris and Conor, as far as I'm aware, did talk quite a lot after the game as well. Absolutely immense respect for each other. They've constantly said that they want to see us go up. Chris especially said that he's the best team he's seen this season at Ellen Road, at Carrow Road was Leeds, and he just wants to see us get promoted. But there's absolute 100% respect between ourselves and Norwich City. Absolutely no doubt about that. The absolutely superb channel, and it deserves all the success that it gets as well. It's been going for years, and I've been watching it for since quite early on. And that was it's done absolutely immensely well. Jack and Chris on that channel as well. Steady Steve says, give Pookie a dodgy Pookie pie. And yeah, just to say as well, guys, I'm going to probably wrap it up quite soon because Wolves Newcastle is starting soon, as LUFC Dave says. He says, is Wolves Newcastle on yet? We're going to wrap this up so you guys can check that game out as well. It's going to be a good game, I think. I've been massively impressed by Wolves this season. I'm kind of hoping Wolves sneak into that top six. I really want to see that happen. I really like the way they play. It's got some really good players there. It would be good to see them sneak into the top six. I always like seeing the top six being broken down that lot. They are definitely the best of the rest, though. You're looking at what we were up against last season with those as well. They've done really well in the Premier League, and they play good football as well. So fair play to them. And that's what we've got to aim for. As Tom Marshall, IUFC says, I think we could be like Wolves. That's what we've got to try and aim for. But it's going to be really difficult. Let's be honest. That's going to be really difficult. Saying get some glasses, lad. It's embarrassing now. Oh, I'm getting absolutely roasted here. But yeah, it's I just can't get the computer close enough to the screen. If I do it like this, if I do it right next to me, it's flashing in my eyes like that. But Barks is getting to me now. He's getting to me now. It's but yeah, it's I probably do need glasses, don't I? Let's be honest. All things Leeds, Mrs. Conservatory. I get a lot of love for the Conservatory. I do like that. It makes me. I have no hesitation filming any live stuff in here. To be honest, I do like seeing that. Any other comments? Mickey 3D TV. We need to give them hell this week after what happened over the signing. Obviously talking about Dan James there. Yeah, that was absolutely gutting, that wasn't it? Absolutely gutting, that Dan James situation. But we've got to move on. At the end of the day, as tough as it is, we've got to move on. Let's just beat him on Wednesday. Clean sheet. Pocket Dan James. I've got nothing against Dan James. I feel sorry for Dan James in the whole situation, but he seems to have handled himself with good dignity, to be fair to him, and good luck to him in terms of his career. If he doesn't sign for us in the summer, we're not sure if that's going to happen or not. Are you in a show home, Oscar? Slow, steady Steve. No, mate, no, I'm not. I'm glad you think it looks like a show home. No, I'll definitely take that all day long. Last comment I'm going to read is, or last couple of comments, Stephen Darcy. If we don't win Wednesday, we could be a few places lower by the time we play again. Most of the others around us play at the weekend too. Yeah, quite a lot of them do play at the weekend. So important we do win the next 2 home games for me. You know, Swansea and Bolton, 2 winnable games, 2 tough games, especially Swansea. But I think it's important we win those games. Any other comments to go through? Well, guys, 5-8. Wolves Newcastle starts in 5 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Got to about an hour. 70 people viewing, 72 people viewing. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. And Wainman will be back next week. So you've had the B-Tech Joe Wainman tonight, but he will be back as well next week as well. So previews will be going out tomorrow morning, hopefully. You know, I'll do a Swansea preview. Just going to work on that as I go off air. But I hope you've enjoyed, guys. Make sure you're leaving it down in the comments down below what your thoughts are for Swansea and what your thoughts are on the stream. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and for all the support as always. We're actually not a million miles off 5,500. Unbelievable stuff. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Absolutely unreal. I'm going to see you later. Oscar's bedtime, as Football United says. I'm going to bed. See you later.